my knowledge, I don't think Sean has been on stream yet. I don't think so though. But you know, he's always
Game & Watch.
Good player. Interesting pick from Cyber, but
I mean, I have seen him play Game & Watch, so not too surprised.
I don't think I have to be honest, but I'm sure he can make it work. He's a talented player.
Yeah. His Robin last week was something though.
I do know that for Pikachu, one of his worst matches is considered to be Game & Watch. And I mean, Pichu and Pikachu are different enough, but I do see that the similar things applying those, like what makes it hard for Pikachu to also apply to Pichu. And if anything, it could even be like worse, because you know, for example, Pichu's up, he has no hitbox, so that's like an easier catch potentially for Game & Watch.
Yeah.
Nair is like faster as like a tool for Pichu, but in terms of like, you know, like the lingering hitbox and size, that's more Pika favored. And I mean, the majority of the stocks Cass took when he was on stream earlier were, you know, doing the stage. And against a character like Game & Watch, you really can't do it, especially with like a really fast burst option with his up B. So I'm liking that he's, you know, doing more strings on stage instead of trying to, you know, carry him off. I like that adaptation. Yeah, like that. Normally we'd be seeing him run off and he's like, let me just stay on stage and try to catch recovery. But similarly, I feel like the majority of this first stock so far, Cass has been doing a lot of initiating. But I mean, like Sean's gotten a good 90% on Cass, but most of that is him, you know, being more reactive and responsive instead of engaging. But that is sort of like the way Game & Watch can play, where it's, you know, upping your unsafe moves, throwing out some fairs and bears, like with punishing and then, you know, getting a string.
Yeah, Game & Watch's tool for his new tool, basically his movement, his get off me, because that up B is incredibly like out of shield.
Definitely.
It's very hard to counter.
Oh wow, the fair saving him from some of the F smash. That was funny.
Yeah.
Whoa, I love the thunder to dash it. Pretty sure Sean was trying to pull out bucket, but just wasn't able to get it in time.
Yeah.
No, now we were seeing a bit of the Avatar stage coming up where I know it's sort of like Mean Run, or you know, like, oh, Game & Watch do this, but I mean, that's like he's able to get away with it, and you know, like you can get some good. Why not do it? But like regardless of like the stigma. Also, wow, that was really bold of casting it off. That was actually like one of the few times where I even can say it was like okay to go off for that. But just against Game & Watch, it's just scaring me.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, it's not like the up B will send him too far anywhere. Well, maybe he might get stage spike.
Yeah, the stage spike definitely the biggest fear. The timing in which he did it, then like he knew that wouldn't have been an issue. But it's just off stage against Game & Watch. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
Also, I'm surprised a lot of these up Bs aren't, you know, snapping. Like Sean's always been, you know, shooting up well above, and hasn't been punished too much. Like, or it's been caught, but like he hasn't had to take like a very heavy punish. But I do see that coming into play, especially with his percents creeping higher and higher.
Yeah, I would say that as Pichu, maybe like kill percent, I would like kind of edge guard by F tilt, like.
Definitely, that move definitely got nerfed, but it still packs a punch, and you know both these characters are really light. You're gonna still be seeing moves you don't think should be killing you.
Yeah, you see, if it's part of Cass's neutral is that he likes to use Thunder Jolt into follow up with the short hit. That's what he likes to do a lot.
With Sean, you know, not appropriately bucketing, because I feel like he was using bucket a lot more like at the beginning of the set. I feel like he's able to pressure with it. Also because you don't get too much off bucketing P-Jolt. So I feel like Cass is sort of thinking, you know, like I can get away with this, but if he does bucket, I can, you know, maybe punish him for pulling out the bucket. So it's just like a big mind game in that regard. He's like little intricacy.
Oh, but the drag down foretell will pretty.
Yeah, doing a drag down either way. That's a very good follow-up we might be seeing as percents creep up a little more near ledge, maybe.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like those moves are become a lot earlier. You know, they got a little bit of rage. And they're both extremely light characters.
I'm a little surprised that reached. Like, I thought Pichu was small enough to be just a bit short of that chair.
Cats wanting to run it back, I don't blame him because that was, you know, a really close game, and it really wasn't a matter of, you know, the stage being too in favor of like one of them. To be honest, I respect it. I will say though that I do think there are some potential stages that could skew it in what do you call it, in Cat's favor, but you know, still running it back, there's really no issue with that.
Yeah, either way, this is Game Watch sort of has a. I think he does better against Pichu anyways, just because he can.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Invalidate the Thunder Jolt. Well, maybe there's a bit of a. Maybe he can use the bucket to kind of force him to throw a bucket.
Yeah, Game Watch kind of just like stuffs at all of the like ways the rats want to approach.
I think there's a bit of a lag when you when the bucket throws something, so you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, also just pulling it out in general is a bit of a type thing. Not too much, but you know, enough for the character to make you pay for that. Also, wow, that roll. I don't know if there's like a mix of lag in there because that just felt like a really surprising option.
But good thing he didn't get like the tips of the hammer, otherwise.
Yeah, the move has like 3 different hitboxes, so he was fortunate to get the weakest of the bunch. Just like that you're calling, that's why Sean was buffering the roll right after that, because he didn't want to pay for it. Also, I feel like I've seen so many times, but it still just surprises me, like, how far Pichu's side B goes compared to Pikachu's, like, speed-wise.
Well,
even like the amount of charge. Like, there was not much charge, and he just went flying.
Yeah, the thing is, Pichu can charge much longer than Pikachu. So
yeah, and if you do, like, it's even faster. That was not full charge by any means.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. But yeah, Pichu does not have the kill throw that his evolution does, but you have a lot of, like, earlier percent, like, combo confirming you could do, but... Because I know Cat's trying to do the, like, up throw Thunder, but he missed the, like, second hit of it.
Yeah, I was thinking that if you're like a Pichu, you should do like a lot of like the stuff that Pikachu can also do, or rather like the old meta, like the bear loops, sort of the 0 to death offstage kills. I don't know if they fixed that or not.
What do you mean, like carrying him off the side?
Well, there's that, but there's also like the up tilt, I think up tilt to dare, up tilt up air dare. That was like an old meta, so I don't know if that's
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just comparing it to like Tyroid back when he played Peach.
No, yeah, for sure. Alrighty. Regardless of what the percentage are, this is still like pretty close on both sides, to be honest. Especially if Game Watch can get like a bit of an opening in, like if he gets like a solid hit on Pichu, then it's like it'd be pretty even, or if anything, you could even potentially argue it would be Game & Watch favor just because of how the dynamic of these two characters are.
Yeah. The thing is, right now, Sean's playing very defensively. He's trying to stuff out all Pichu's approaches, and Pichu does a bit of a struggle to approach with all those things that Game Watch is throwing out. All the bacon or stuff, the fair, just cast to stay approach carefully.
When your opponent's offstage or at ledge, if you're throwing up about a roll's distance away, it's honestly such a good tool, and it's really hard to combat, especially if you are a character like Pichu, like you said.
Ooh, good near out of shield though.
Yes, now the mission for Cass right now on this side, trying to get just as much mileage off it as he can. and he's been making it work. He got a good like 40-ish% off that one string alone, and now he's getting some more. So Cass is definitely gonna be happy about how that stock played. Standing on the platform, you know, just trying to...
I'm not sure what he's trying to wait for.
Wait, there was no info. Was he? I think maybe he just like maybe he had to do something in person, but so he's back in there now. So
Yeah.
a little weird. At first I thought he was like maybe trying to compose himself or something, but then he stayed idle. What is up?
Yeah, we have no clear cam, so we can't really tell.
Okay, and then F smash ripping out. If he gets another one below, whoa, the down.
Wow.
That is definitely a throwback to Skyward Sword if I've ever seen one. Wow. So Josh really needs to flick something on his Switch. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, something to notice what that Sean was doing, that he was playing a lot more bait and punishy. He was playing very defensively all the time, being in disadvantage, and I don't know if he was trying to look for a move or just trying to throw out moves.
I'm really respecting how for most of this tournament, Cass has been doing no bans. I do think, you know, part of it is, you know, he's just comfortable on all the stages, but it's also, you know, like, this is like there aren't any stakes to this tournament, if you will, so, you know, he's just trying to, you know, get practice in that regard. So in that sense, I actually respect the no bans a lot. But plus also, he is relatively good on most stages, I'd say.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if that's been said already, but just giving out some love to Cat. You know, in general.
Okay, moving on to game 3, losers corner. So winner of this is going to be in best of 5 territory for top hole. But one of these people will be going out at 5th, but they've both been playing honestly really well. I really like how it's I think especially with these characters, both these characters have potential to be really explosive, like was seen with Cass versus Pandas earlier, and then also just from what's been seen of that game, being like Meister and whatnot. But I do like how both of these players have been playing a bit more slow pace, because they both know, you know, if they get too hasty, you know, they're gonna eat a lot of percent from the other player, because they're both, you know, trying to whip punish to get their advantage and strings going. Alright, that was a good catch. I think it's just a Game & Watch thing, you know, landing with Dare, because it's usually doesn't get contested a lot, but Cass was in the perfect position to, you know, just run away to avoid it, the hit, landing hitbox, and then run back to get the grab. So that's some good, like, multi-game adaptation, where, you know, he's noticing, like, oh, hey, my opponent's doing this, let me adjust my follow-ups.
Yeah, Game Watch Dare is hard to kind of counter against, and it's probably Game Watch's fastest way to get back on stage.
Ooh, that was he popped out of the dash, so he was living to tell the tale. But then Cass being able to, you know, still follow up off that and get the dash, like he's really good at on the fly adaptations. I really like that about what I've been seeing with Cass Pichu so far today. That's really commendable.
Yeah.
Just like this now, this Game Watch, you know, I'm surprised he didn't up B to, you know, get out of there. It's the combo, because he's fortunate to have only in 34, but that could have gone a lot worse. Just like that, he's gonna hit him with the chair to chair.
Yeah, Cass is really looking for these openings just to punish Game Watch and get a pretty good blow.
I think maybe he was anticipating like maybe a down throw up throw, so he was buffering down air. But I do think the reason that Cass didn't have to do that is because honestly there would not be anything that would be a true complaint at this percentage, and so Cyber could have opted for like an up B, if you will, and then that would have been a waste of a potential combo or string he could have gone. So he was just hopping, you know, throw him off stage, try to get some more percent, but at least in the span of this interaction, that didn't happen. Wow, that was a really good stall. And that could have caught Sean or cited you just a little bit more to the right. Or if he, tried to go off stage for him.
Yeah,
I
something
would like to see that. I would like to see Cyber's been making the ledge trapping work, but I think Game & Watch is a fantastic character for going off stage.
Yeah, you'll see that Sean's just been like ledge trapping a lot, like trying to two-frame his tilts. He does not like going off stage.
Like that. It's definitely working. I commend it, but I want to see this more, especially if assuming Sean wins this set, I want to see that from him in the later rounds. But if not, I would just like him to maybe do that whenever he decides to whip out the Game & Watch. Because everything else he's doing, also, it's like both of these players are, playing their character like phenomenal. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
And I just love I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself, but I just really like how they're both giving each other so much respect because they're both playing so punish at you, try to start a scene.
Yeah, because these two can't really approach that well. Like, Game Watch is a bit slow, and Pichu doesn't have a lot of range for his moves.
Oh, but now the percents are kind of... If Cass can steal the stock, there's a chance he can... Or not even a chance, like, he could definitely, bring this back, but, it's... I feel like the whole time you gotta be a little screwed, because it's like, you can die from literally anything. That's fair from the other side, almost.
Ooh.
Wow, that was a really good recovery.
Yeah. Thing is, Cass is being a bit too hasty right now. He wants to steal the stock off and just get through.
Because once it's a fresh stock, Rage Pichu can make something happen.
But
I don't think that last hit of the bear to hit. He just went flying. That was a good set from both